During pregnancy, your abdominal muscles can separate. That's the two rectus abdominis muscles that you have here. And they separate right at the midline here. What happens is there's kind of a gap between the tummy muscles, and there's a connective tissue that comes across those two muscles, which can also stretch and weaken and become quite thin. So what we're going to do is we're going to test, I'm going to show you the rec test for diastasis, just to see how wide that gap is. And also we're going to stretch and see the integrity, see the strength of the connective tissue in between as well. So we're going to lie on the back. Okay, knees are bent, feet are flat to the floor. You're going to just take 2 fingers, okay, and we're going to measure the gap just 3 centimeters roughly above the belly button. So 3 centimeters above the belly button here, and then we're going to place 2 fingers here. Just breathe in naturally, let the tummy rise. Exhale, lift the head and shoulders, and just push your fingers down at the midline here, in between, to see if you can get the fingers in between the gap. Breathe in and relax and down. You're then just going to measure about the belly button, just literally above the belly button, not right in. Okay, 2 fingers again, maybe 3. Okay, breathe in, exhale, and just drop the fingers right down and see how many finger gap you can get in between those 2 muscles. Now if it's more than 2.5, 3 fingers, or even 4 fingers, you do have a diastasis. Also going to measure the tender point here just below the belly button, about 3 centimeters below. Again, turn the fingers, so 2 to 3 fingers. Breathe in, exhale, lift the head and the shoulders, and just push the fingers down here to see if you can get or feel any gap between the muscles. Breathe in and relax. So really you're looking out for a gap that is wider than, say, 2.5 fingers, okay? Anything wider than that, then we do call a diastasis. And you really need to work on the pelvic tilt exercise that I show you. This is the pelvic tilt, and it's a really key exercise to do when you've just had your baby. It's really going to help heal any diastasis and bring those abdominal muscles back together. So it's a very subtle exercise. We're going to lie on your back, your knees are bent and the feet are flat to the floor. Okay. You're going to take your hands and just place them on the waist like so. I'm just going to kind of lift my top a little bit so you can see. Okay. The hands are going to go right on the waist here with the fingers pointing towards the belly button in your midline here. You're going to just take a deep breath in, let the belly just rise, and then you're going to exhale. Draw the belly button down to the floor and tilt the pelvis up and away. Okay, I'll just show you from the back angle here. So you're taking your pelvis up and away. You're not actually lifting your hips off the floor. You need to keep the hips on the floor. Drawing the abdominals together with your hands. Breathe in, relax, and then exhale, bring the abdominals together and tilt the tailbone up and away. If you want to try and do 10 of these. Really bring those abdominal muscles together. This also helps with strengthening the pelvic floor. Try and avoid flattening your back right into the floor in this exercise. It's more a case of drawing the belly button down, bringing the abdominals together, and lifting the tailbone up and away, but without lifting the hips off the floor. One more. And rest. This is the New Mama's Floor Core, designed to help improve your core muscles, improve any backache, and also really get your tummy muscles back together after having a baby. We're going to do all the exercises together in a sequence, but just make sure you have had your GP clearance to exercise and there's no complications. You're going to need an exercise mat for this one and 2 small towels. And when you're ready, let's get started. This is the side plank, which is really going to work the waistline and the obliques. So we're going to start on our side. You're going to rest on your forearm. Just check your elbows directly underneath your shoulder. Take the knees back so they're pretty much in line with your hips. And your feet are flexed and the knees are bent at 90 degrees. You're going to start with the top hand just resting on the floor here and the forearm really relaxed. You're just going to bring your shoulder in, okay, and just lift the waist up, but keep the hips on the floor. Just going to do a couple of those first, exhaling and drawing the belly button in. We're going to lift now the waist right up off the floor in the hips and lower. Now we're going to bring the arm over the head and we're going to do 10 repetitions. Exhale as you lift. Palm is going up and over. 6 more. Be sure to push the body weight down into the knees to lift. 3 more. Keep the hips still. Try to avoid rotating the hips. 1 more. And rest. We're going to change sides. So bring the legs around in front of you. Knees bent again at 90 degrees, feet flexed. Look down, make sure that your elbows directly underneath your shoulder. Rest the hand on the floor. Just bringing the shoulder in towards your side, lift up a couple of times, keeping the hips on the floor, and then bring the waist right up and the hips off the floor. And then we're going to begin our 10 repetitions, taking the arm over the head. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. It's a great one for the waist. Palm is coming up and over. 1 more. And release. 1 more set each side. Be sure to feel this exercise in your waist. Lift up, push the body weight down into the knees, and we're going to do 10 more on this side. Sweep the arm over the head, look straight ahead and then look towards the hand. Two more. 1 more. And release. Change sides. Knees bent at 90 degrees again. And the shoulder in. Lift up. 10 repetitions. Bringing the arm over the head. Keep the hips really still. Remember, you want to avoid rotating the hips backwards. 4 more. One more. And you're there. This is the head and shoulder lift with a straight arm and straight leg raise. Again, really toning the abdominal muscles. So, we're lying on a back. All right. Legs are straight and the feet must be pointed. Okay, just turn the right leg and the left leg out slightly. Right arm goes over the head and the left hand goes behind the back of the head with the elbow right back. Breathe in to prepare and then exhale, draw your belly button down towards your back. Lift up, reach for the leg and lower. Try not to lift too high. You're just lifting your head and shoulders up. Okay, if you can't get the hand to meet the leg because the hamstrings are tight, don't worry. Just lift as high as you can, but keeping the abdominals flat. We're going to do 10 repetitions. 10. Four more. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. Keep the toe pointed. 2 more. One more. And rest. Change sides. Inhale. Exhale, draw the belly button down towards your back. Lift and lower. Nice, controlled, slow movement. We're going to do another 6 repetitions, 10 in total on this side. 4 more. Keep the elbow back. Try not to pull on the head. 2 more. 1 more. And release. This exercise is the leg slides. So ideally you want to be doing this on a wooden floor, but if you are on a carpeted floor, there's another option for you. We're going to start by rolling the mat over so that it's half folded. If you are on a wooden floor, you're going to use 2 small towels. Okay, 1 for each foot. If you're on a carpeted floor, you won't need the towels. Great exercise again for the abdominal muscles, but just listen out for the breathing because that's key. We're going to come to the mat. If you're on a wooden floor, you'll take each towel and place it underneath the heel of your foot. The ball of the foot needs to be off the towel. Bottom is close to the edge of the mat. Okay, and lie on your back. So with the wooden floor version of this exercise, the palms are going to come up, turning the shoulder blades back. You'll breathe in, exhale and draw your belly button down towards your back, and then slide one leg away. Inhale, bring the leg back. Exhale, slide the other leg away, or the other foot. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Tightening up those abdominals. Inhale. If you're on a carpeted floor, you'll just take your feet together, lift your right foot up, and then exhale, draw belly button to spine, extend the leg, keep the foot off the floor and the leg low. Inhale and bring it back. I'm going to go back to the towel version, okay, for the repetitions. All right, onto the wooden floor. So we're going to do 10 repetitions on each leg. Inhale, exhale, draw belly button down towards your spine and extend the leg. Inhale, bring it back, change legs. 1 repetition is both legs. So this is 2. And 3. Be sure to exhale as you extend the legs, scooping out your abdominals. And 4. Inhale as you return. And 6. Really tightening up those abdominals. And it will right across here. And 8. And 9. Try not to feel it in the thighs. Sometimes the thighs switch on. And 10, really focus on drawing the belly button down to the floor. And rest. If you're on a carpeted floor, I'll go straight into the exercise as if you were on the carpet. Lift the right foot off the floor. Inhale, exhale, extend the leg, keep the foot off the floor and the leg low. Inhale to bring the foot back towards the glutes, towards the bottom. Exhale, inhale. Change legs. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. We'll do 10 repetitions, with 1 repetition being 1 on each leg. And 3. Try and feel the back muscles, just like you're brushing the mat. The belly button draw down towards your back. And 6. Nearly there. 7. Engaging the abdominals. And 9. One more. And rest. This is the alternating foot lift, which really helps strengthen the deep abdominal muscles, particularly the transverse abdominis muscles, most affected during the pregnancy. So we're going to lie on the back, knees bent, feet flat to the floor. Turn your palms up towards the ceiling to rotate the shoulders back. Inhale, let the belly rise, and then exhale and draw the belly button down towards your back. So you have some tension, and you can try and feel some tension here in the abdominals again. Sometimes it's hard, and you've just had a baby, to try and get some sensation back in the abdominals. But just by drawing that belly button down and exhaling at the same time, you should try and feel some tension there. Inhale. And then exhale, draw the belly button down towards your back to engage your abdominals. Lift the foot and bring the knee towards your chest. Stop about here. Inhale and release. Change legs. Exhale. Inhale to release. So exhale as you bring the knee towards you. Inhale as you lower. Nice, slow, controlled moves. We're now going to do 10 repetitions on each leg. And 8. Keep your arms really relaxed by your side. Halfway there, 5 more. One more. Really engaging those abs. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Thank you for joining me for day 1 of the Mummy Tummy Kickstart. Today we did the floor core video, and I really hope you enjoyed it. So tomorrow I'm going to see you for day 2. So don't forget tomorrow to check your inbox, and I'll see you then.